That was much better. A good response from Arsenal after that horrible, embarrassing loss against Manchester United. Today, it was a changed Arsenal, okay? Of course, the biggest change was Kai Havertz starting. And I think, honestly, I think it was expected, especially after his performance in the Champions League midweek, which I probably think we played one of our better games that season in the Champions League midweek. I know it wasn't the best opposition, but I think we played good in that game because we had someone like Eze on the pitch who was able to link up play. And I think today he really should have started. I think that's my only thing about this game. I think that showed in that first half, especially, despite the goals we scored, the two goals we scored, it still felt like it felt something similar where we were just putting the ball to Madueke, who was playing ahead of Saka because, of course, Saka picked up an injury. We don't know what's happening with him. But it felt like we were just giving the ball to Madueke and expecting him to do something, try either cut in, cross, and timber. It really was almost like that. That was our plan. Yeah, we got the two goals. There were some moments where we did play through the middle, but I just feel like we didn't do enough, and majority of the threat came out wide. I've seen a lot of people criticizing Arsenal in terms of the performance, calling it boring. Which, look, if you find the performance boring, you don't need to watch. Literally, don't watch the game. Go watch your own team. But I think some people forget how good Leeds are at home. Like, I'm sure I think they've come back against Liverpool. They've beaten some big teams at home, and it was going to be a difficult game. They matched Arsenal physically in that first half. They were up for it. The fans were up for it. It was going to be a difficult game, and I think the most important thing was that we silenced the crowd as soon as possible, and we did that. We got the two goals, and the fans went silent. But my worry really came from what we were going to do in the second half. I mean, recently, every time we go second half or we start second half, it was the same thing. We just go out looking like we're a completely different team. It looks like Arsenal first half is one team, and second half is a completely different team. I mean, that's what it's been looking like in our last few games. So I was really nervous on how we were going to come out in second half. But we came out good. Um, you know, I think this time it was a much better performance than we have been doing in the second half in a lot of games, especially against Manchester United. Leeds had to open up because of course they were 2-0 down, and that gave Arsenal a lot more space. Gyökeres was put on through to goal. Is that the saying? I don't know. He was put through and really should have scored a brilliant pass by Trossard, and Gyökeres should have buried that, and that should have ended the game. But once again, he just took too long to shoot, and he feels like it's a pattern with him. I feel like sometimes he takes a bit too long to shoot. He needs to improve on that. But luckily, he gets his goal, and he deserved it. I mean, another goal. I think this is his best period right now, not just in terms of goals. Forget the goals today. I think his performance today was really good. He was able to, his road was clear today. Was the target man. Anytime the ball gets booed up, it was Gyökeres up there linking up the play. He was a constant threat. He was able to lay off. Him and Havertz had a good bit of link up, and he deserved the goal. Jesus comes on and he gets his goal. Brilliant finish by Jesus as well. And yeah, that's all our strikers scoring. And look, it was important that we score a lot of goals today. Okay, I think it was a brilliant response considering this week there was a lot of talk on Arsenal's attack. Arsenal's forwards not doing enough, not scoring enough. And today, for both strikers to score, that was a good sight. Gabriel and Saliba today, especially Gabriel today, was immense. Absolutely immense today. I mean, I'm not surprised he won the most duels. Today, this guy was immense. I mean, he didn't let Calvert-Lewin have a sniff. You saw anytime Calvert-Lewin even had a touch or even an attempt to someone trying to cross into him, Gabriel is there just heading away. Him and Saliba were brilliant today. Now, a player we need to talk about because he has been a big talking point this whole week, and that is Martin Odegaard. Now, of course, he didn't start today, which was a bit surprising. But yeah, did we look much better without him? I don't know. I mean, we got the two goals, but yeah, I don't know if we look much better without him. But I can tell you, when he did come on as a sub, he did play really good. He had a nice little cameo, and I think that's his best position. I've been saying it for me personally. I think his best position is playing as a number 8 when he's as a deep lying midfielder compared to a number 10. He's able to link up play, just release the ball to the players, and that's the thing that annoys me about Martin Odegaard is that he's such a good player technically. Like, he's such a good player, and he annoys me and frustrates me that we're even having conversations about this guy not starting, because a player of his technical ability should be started every single week because technically he's so good. And he just annoys me, like, why we are even having this conversation. We're having it because he's having these performances and these games where he's just not doing enough because he's not taking enough risks. He's just playing it safe too much or holding on it too long. Today, the third goal came because of him. A forward pass to Martinelli, and Martinelli crosses it in, and Gyökeres gets it. Something Odegaard hasn't been doing recently, which is passing forward, which is taking more risks. And today he did that. We got the goal, and I think today he looked really good. He had some moments. Of course, he still had some moments where he was playing it safe, but he had some really other bright moments. And you see, when Arsenal are winning, Odegaard is one of the best players on the pitch. But really, we need this type of performance when we're not winning, when we need someone to drag us out, drag us out. Sorry. We need someone to drag us out of the trenches. I mean, that's what was happening to us against Manchester United when we needed someone to pull something out. That's where we need you, Odegaard. That's where we need you to play like this. But yeah, I don't want to ramble on him too much. Another player, another talking point is Eze. Another game without Eze starting. And my question to everyone is, are we ever going to see Eze start another Premier League game? Because I don't remember, the last Premier League game he started was against against Aston Villa, and since then he's never played another Premier League, where he's never started another Premier League game. Like, what's happening? Like, for me, I think he should have started today. I mean, today when I was watching Trossard didn't do anything. I mean, if Eze played like Trossard today, what would have happened? Like, obviously the manager has their favourites, but I think there should be a balance, because if Eze played like Trossard today, let's be honest, we're not seeing Eze start another game again. But yeah, I just don't know how what's going on with him and Arteta. This guy's Eze is getting 10 minutes. Like, a player of his quality is only getting 10 minutes. And it feels like Eze is at a stage where it feels like the only game he plays is either a dead rubber game or a game where he's coming on as a sub because Arsenal need a goal. That's the only two situations you see him coming on. If he does come on when Arsenal are winning, you'll see him get only maybe 5-10 minutes. But if it's a game where we need someone to score, that's when he brings Eze on. It just doesn't make sense. I think he could have really played today, especially against midweek, where I think he looked really good. Oh shit, Chelsea just scored. Where he looked really good linking up with Kai Havertz. That's what I think that's why he should have started today. I think he would have given something different. I think something that we lacked in the first half. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this whole game, this whole performance. Let me know, do you think I'm looking too much into this as a situation? When we're first, I know I can't complain much, but it just feels like there's more levels to hit with this team. But yeah, let me know, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.